Welcome back to the $1 Million Masterclass, and I'm your instructor, Cameron E. White. Today, we will focus on the art of goal setting. Goal setting is a science, and a plan without any goals is nothing. And understanding how setting goals affects your brain may unlock your new potential. When setting goals, make sure that you have a clear direction of where you want to go. This will help you achieve those goals, especially your bigger goals. A lot of times we set goals and then somewhere down the line we get scared when we think about what it takes to accomplish these goals. Well, if I could be quite frank with you, accomplishing your goals is really simple. And if you have a bigger goal that may scare you a little, it's possible. Break it down into simpler goals, right? So if we have a goal, a 5-year goal set, right? Break it down into 12 months, right? So know where you want to be after every year up until the 5th year. And then within the 12 months, break it down into quarters. So every 3 or 4 months, right? We're checking in to make sure that we're on track for our 12-month mark to ultimately make sure that we are on track for our 5-year goal, our bigger picture. When goal setting, you set smaller pictures to focus on the bigger picture, right? And be very, very specific and clear about what are your goals to accomplish. A plan without execution is nothing. A plan without execution is nothing. Most times you have to visualize your goals, right? And then connect your visualization to reality. And so what do I mean by that is write it down and make it real. Some people like to say write it down and make it clear. And I agree. I can agree that when you write it down, you also want to have a clear direction, but I want you to write it down and make it real. Set an attainable goal. Set goals at first that you know you can accomplish. And be grateful for your small wins. This will ultimately, in the end, help you achieve larger goals. If you can master accomplishing smaller goals, then when it's time to accomplish bigger projects, they will come off a lot easier to you. I promise. I've been there. I've done that. I've been in situations where I've tried to hop straight to the big goal and I get discouraged almost immediately when it's time to start producing. I mean, because it's a lot. Being an entrepreneur is a lot, especially, and I always stretch, in the beginning startup stages, it is a lot. You are a one-man army, right? And a lot of times you have to hold yourself accountable for everything. But when you set goals, smaller goals, to get to your bigger goals, the whole thing becomes easier. So right now, I would like everyone to take out a pencil or a pen, whether you're sitting in front of me or at home watching online, and write down your biggest goal. What is the biggest goal, lifetime goal, that you would like to accomplish? I'm not talking 5, 10, or 15 years. I mean, think about a lifetime. So far ahead, think about a lifetime goal that you would like to accomplish. Write it down. Writing down your goals is really important. Number one, because we forget things. And if it's a really great goal, you may want to hang on to it. Write it down. Keep it somewhere, right? When you write down your goals, it gives you a specific motivation to try and get something done. But not only do we want to write it down, we want to revisit it frequently. Revisit your goals frequently and assure that they align with your current situation at all times. That quarterly checkup, revisit, make sure that we're aligning. That yearly checkup, revisit, make sure that we're aligning. At the 5-year mark, revisit, make sure that we're aligned. Hey, and even daily goals. Every day you should have a goal. Revisit your goals daily, each and every morning as a part of your morning routine to make sure that your goals align with today. See, and when you revisit them and you continue to revisualize those goals that you wrote down, not only are you motivated, but this actually increases your motivation and your belief in yourself that you can get it done. I mean, think about it. I thought about something that I wanted to do. I wrote it down. I planned it out. I revisit it frequently, so it's always on my mind. It's fresh. I'm coming up with new ideas and new innovative ways, new ideas and new innovative ways in which I can accomplish this goal daily. I mean, come on. It's got to get easier as we continue to revisit those goals. Some of the best entrepreneurs are visionaries, and you have to see in order to believe, and vice versa. You got to believe it in order to see it. You got to see it to believe it, and you got to believe it to see it. And as an entrepreneur, you have to know how to align your goals with your success, your everyday life, your habits, your consistency, your discipline. If you haven't checked out episode number 1 on the psychology of wealth, creating habits, staying consistent, please go back and rewatch. For those of you sitting in front of me, I know that you have heard consistency, habits. Align your teachings, right? Align everything I taught you in session 1 to make you a better goal setter, right? You use consistency and habits to make you the better goal setter. And then once you become a better goal setter, that's not enough. You have to be a goal achiever. Once again, a properly planned goal without execution is merely nothing at all. So when setting goals, use a method that I like to call SMART. Be specific, be measurable, be achievable, keep them relevant, and be time bound. This last one, time bound, is probably the biggest one that'll beat you up every time. See, a lot of you in here, if you couldn't make a great plan, you wouldn't even try to be an entrepreneur. Actually, most of you, if you didn't have the ability to create a well-rounded plan, I don't even think you would be sitting in front of me trying to hear this course. Most of you in here right now can think it and you can believe it. But do you know what's gonna get you? Because it gets me. Time. When you write down your goals, make sure that you always remember to include a time, a date, a deadline. Give yourself a deadline to get things done. And this is how you stay on task. Deadlines, when you're goal setting, help keep you on task. See, again, as an entrepreneur, no one's here to hold your hand or make sure that your goals or your task or even your daily responsibilities are being taken care of. It is your responsibility as the entrepreneur at all times. Use your time wisely. Use your time respectfully. Don't waste it. Do not waste your time. And often when you write down goals, think a little bigger. Go a little bigger. Stop containing yourself in this little bitty old box. Think large and then work to achieve them. It's possible. Set goals with a billionaire mindset. Set all of your goals with a billionaire mindset. Don't limit yourself to something so small. Don't limit yourself because you're scared. Don't limit yourself to stay safe. Set high goals and plan them properly. Plan the achievement of those goals properly. How will you achieve it? It is possible if you write it down. If you write your goals down, you revisit them frequently, You set them with the billionaire mindset and you didn't box yourself in. Your goals are highly attainable. So today I'll close out with two things: procrastination and discipline, and how they align with your goal setting. See, this is all a mindset. Success merely is 98% your mindset. Procrastination and discipline. Actually, this is a mindset. See, really, procrastination is actually the fear of feeling overwhelmed. As a fresh entrepreneur, especially a young entrepreneur, a lot of the times we get very overwhelmed in what we have going. And we give up and we procrastinate and we push things off because we're stressed, we're overwhelmed. Break your goals into many steps, many achievable steps, so that you aren't getting overwhelmed. There's no way you can expect to build a multi-billion-dollar business if you're overwhelmed. And the truth is, you will get overwhelmed. But as an entrepreneur, we have to put things in place to protect us from things that we know are coming. So plan, preparate, and execute. Discipline. And how does discipline align with my goals? Discipline. See, discipline actually builds more trust in yourself. Discipline actually builds more character in yourself. Discipline will make you believe in yourself. Discipline, consistency, habits. All of these things matter. This is the basic foundation of creating your $1 million business. I mean, if you're not disciplined, you can't do it. If you don't have habits, you can't do it. If you aren't consistent, you can't do it. If you're a procrastinator, you can't do it. These are all things that we've got to shake off. Before we close today, I would like to challenge you to write down your top 3 goals and give yourself 30 days to start taking steps towards those goals. Write them down and write down the actionable steps. What will it take you to complete those goals? I'm challenging you right here today. Write it down, visualize it, and execute. A plan with no execution is nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Cameron E. White, and this is your $1 Million Masterclass. And remember, I'm here to educate and motivate you to your first $1 million.